the next thing we're going to do is the air conditioning duct hose adapter on the passenger side. So it says remove two vent, well, this is instructions for passenger and driver. It says remove two vent knobs as shown in figure 7 below and retain them. Remove the passenger and driver side vent adapters and discard as shown in figure 8. Figure 8. It's this whole assembly here. Install the inner and outer AC duct hose adapters as shown in figure 8. I guess this is still figure 8. So there's a reducer, if you will, and a flange that go on it, and then you screw on the vent knob just for looks, because it's not going to do anything. Anyways, it says use the OEM screws to secure the adapters to the dash. Install the vent knob as shown using a 1024 by 1 1/4 inch pan head screw and 3/16 inch flat washer. Note, the passenger side installation is shown in figure 8. Repeat the same steps for the driver side installation. See figure 8A below for a completely assembled view of the AC duct hose adapter. So I only have the passenger side dash down here because I took the driver's side, which has the tack that I'm needing to test, and it'd be nice if they told you to unscrew this, because you could try to pull it off. But okay, that's off. Going to the back side. I'm going to move some of this stuff to make it easier for me to work in video. Okay. So there's the connector that was original equipment, which also acted as a vent. You could open and close it. There's a door here for outside air. I think we're going to be absent any outside air with this new system, unless it comes in on the driver's side and gets ducted over, but I haven't seen that yet. Okay. So that just comes right off. That's a discard piece, and this reducer goes over the ball there to hold it in. There apparently is a right way and a wrong way for this. And it appears I had it the right way right from the beginning. it's not a very good fit. Let me see if possibly there's a separate one for the driver and passenger, although it's not labeled. The passenger and driver side are different, but they aren't labeled. And now I have no idea which one I had on this side to begin with. That looks like that might be the passenger side. Almost inadvertently left that out because it came out with the other piece. Again, it would be nice if they would tell you that the passenger and driver side are different, because you could force one on and screw something up on the wrong side. Don't seem to be quite a precision fit either. Oop, and you know what? Maybe I didn't follow the directions exactly, because now it says to install the adapters first, but it almost looks like I'm not going to be able to get a, I'm not going to be able to get a screw and a washer behind that without taking that off again. So a 1024 by 1 1/4 and a 3/16 flat washer. Okay, I got those. The washer, I may be able to slip that under there. Nope, the washer won't go. So if you're doing this at home, you need to put the washer and the pan head screw onto that knob first, even though from now on that knob doesn't do anything. Interesting. Now with that panhead screw there, this screw doesn't want to bite. Let's back it off. Get that. Now, those holes in that were big. Let me see if I can loosen these screws and shift that whole thing over. The holes in that were very big. Well, let's get this started. Yeah, you have to shift it over far enough so that it doesn't hit the head of the screw. The way I had it in there before, this lip right here was on the head of the screw, and then that screw right there wasn't long enough to catch the back side of it. But once you get the washer under, you got to get the washer under. Like I said, these holes in this plastic piece are kind of big, so there's some wiggle room there. Okay. That should be that. And you control the airflow through this vent by rotating that knob to the direction that you want it to flow the air. So I am going to put that down, and I think it's getting to the point where it's time for me to wrap up for today. But I am going to take those parts there that I need for this vent on the driver's side up with me, and I'll do that once I get up to the garage. That'll be it for today. So I'm looking at the driver's side dash panel, the one with the speedometer and the tach. And there are a couple of louvers that you're supposed to attach for the air conditioning. I've got a problem with each of them. Let's start with this one. They give you a bolt to hold on what used to be the vent control. Maybe I just found an answer. No, I did not. The problem is this vent control, no matter how you put it, when you put the new hose adapter on and you line up the holes, that is over top of the screw, and the screw here isn't long enough to reach. So in order to make that screw reach, I'm going to have to trim away a part of this. There's the hole I'm trying to hit. Better make sure I'm trimming the right one. Yeah, this is the one. So hopefully these cutters will do the trick. Hate to do this on brand new stuff, but It's not going to fit otherwise. And I just stabbed myself. Not seriously. My point is, brand new stuff that's marketed for a specific model of car should be manufactured so that you don't need to modify it in order to make it work. So now the screw's long enough to catch. That screw seems to be almost stripped. That would not be the part of vintage Aiir. See if we can make it work down here, because I think I have another longer screw that came out of this hole. It's not really working there either. I guess I'm going to need to find another longer screw or wider. This one, which obviously doesn't match, was already in this bottom hole, so I'm going to leave it where it was. Okay, that's on good. I just need to get something that will work up here. Try this again now that everything else is bolted on. I don't think it's going to work though. Nope. Got to find something that will work there. But rest assured, I'll just take care of that off camera. It's just a screw. Now we have the I think they call it a driver's side louver hose adapter. And this is the picture they give you of it. When I saw that picture, it looked to me like this area here was rounded. That picture as well. Both pictures are the same thing. What it really looks like is this. Now that I have it in my hand, I can see why the picture's drawn the way it is, but maybe they should have given you a picture from that angle as well. Because I didn't remember having a vent here, because my air conditioner never worked. Now that's one thing. The other thing is, look at how much leeway there is side to side on this piece. And again, they should have done, I think, a better job of engineering it. And now the problem I'm having is, okay, I'm going to try to center this because that would seem to make more sense to me. But once I put this on and I go to reassemble the dashboard, if I'm too far over one way or the other, I have a problem. It should be a little more exact of a fit. And they just tell you to use one of these pinhead screws to screw it on. Obviously, they have pre-drilled a hole in their piece, but they couldn't pre-drill a hole in the factory dash because that was set up differently. So I'm going to shut the camera off for a second while I get a drill, and I'm going to drill a pilot hole so that I can put that screw in. Okay, I got my drill ready to drill a pilot hole. Kind of line that up kind of in the center. Hope it's good. Drill my pilot hole. Take my number 8 by 3/4 inch pinhead screw and secure that to the dashboard, the instrument panel. That should do. And while I was searching around, I found I don't have very many small style screws here. I got all kinds of nuts and bolts, but I found a drywall screw just a wee bit longer than the screw that was in there. It should work perfectly for this. So now that's nicely attached. So that dashboard, I believe, unless I find out something else I don't know, is ready to go into the car. While I was rummaging around for a screw to put in that dashboard, I ran across some pop rivets that I had down here in the shop, and I remembered that I have a Velcro type mount for the door panel that a pop rivet is kind of out. So since I had the pop rivet, and the pop rivet gun was down here, even though all my pop rivets are up at the house. And that is just big enough a hole for that pop rivet, so it's perfect. And the other one was held in with a pop rivet, by the way, the original, right here. So that's taken care of.